Zweig Group invites all AEC industry leaders to the 2024 AEC Small Business and Entrepreneurship Forum, the premier event for small firms in the AEC sector. Experience innovative strategies and insights on May 21st, crafted by Zweig Group's industry experts. Engage in keynotes and interactive sessions focused on recruitment, retention, and business growth. Join Zweig Group for this unique networking opportunity and take your business to new heights. Secure your spot today and be part of the AEC industry's future. Visit zweiggroup.com for more information. The Zweig Group team looks forward to welcoming you.
You're listening to a Zweig Letter Podcast exclusive, putting architectural, engineering, planning, and environmental consulting guru Mark Zweig and his team of expert straight talk in your ear. Mark has more than 30 years of experience helping AEP and environmental firms thrive, and these podcasts deliver his invaluable management, industry, client, and HR advice directly to you, free of charge. The Zweig Letter Podcasts let you develop professionally, wherever you are.
Hey folks, this is Randy Wilburn here with Zweig Group Media, and today I'm here with a good friend of mine and colleague, Richard Massey, who is the editor of the Zweig Letter and is dealing with all publications here at the Zweig Group. And so honored to spend a little bit of time with Richard, learning about some of the things that he's working on, both with the Zweig Letter as well as with the company at large. And so, Richard, we just wanted to take a few moments today to learn a little bit more about your role here at Zweig Group. I know a little bit about where you came from, but just if you could share a little bit about your experience since you've been here for the past few months, that would be great. And we just certainly want to talk about some of the initiatives that you're working on to get the word out about the Zweig Letter, and also to talk about some of the campaigns that you have coming down the pike that you plan to share with the general public.
Sure. Well, thanks. Appreciate you having me today.
No, it's good to see you.
Yeah, so, been here, about 4 months, and it's neat. From where I sit, I consider myself a national correspondent for the AEP industry, and that's unique. I don't think there's many people in the United States who can say that about themselves, and, that's a singular experience and opportunity that you have as the managing editor of the Zweig Letter.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, that totally makes sense. And I know that you've actually had an opportunity in the recent past to interview some pretty exciting people. And so I'm wondering if you, might talk a little bit about that experience and how that has, resonated with you and help you guide the direction in which you want to take this Zweig Letter from an information standpoint.
Sure. Well, one of the things that I've learned is that there are a lot of great minds out there, a lot of smart people, successful people, but also people that want to share their information with you. And AEP is interesting in that they're the architects and the engineers and the planners, and we all know that they're important. But I don't think a lot of people fully grasp the fact that across the United States, the old big cities of the United States are being rebuilt. People are moving back to the downtown cores, and that's really the big one of the big national stories that's out there right now. San Francisco, Philadelphia, Birmingham, Alabama, Kansas City, Minneapolis. It's happening everywhere. And the architects and engineers obviously are a really big part of that. And that's going to be an ongoing story that I will tell from my editorial standpoint over time in the Zweig Letter.
Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, it sounds like you got your work cut out for you for sure.
Yeah.
So tell me just a little bit about some of the, specific plans that you have with the Zweig Letter. I know that there have been a number of new cutting edge articles that have been written recently And as a director here at Zweig, I know that I'm tasked once a month with writing an article on recruitment and retention, and then Jamie Clare writes about mergers and acquisitions, and of course Mark has the main column for the Zweig letter, and he writes about whatever he wants to write about. So what are some of the things that you hope to accomplish, in the next 3 to 6 months, both with the Zweig letter and as well as just getting the word out to more people, especially the younger audience, that this magazine or newsletter magazine, if you will, is out there and is available for general consumption?
Yeah, well, it's interesting, and this will take a while to get to because getting the word out in this day and age when everyone's getting their word out is not the easiest thing to do. But, going back to what I was saying about, the rebirth of these cities, that's also the rebirth of architecture. It went through its doldrums. Everyone knows that, maybe back in the 60s and the 70s, and maybe even through the 80s. But that has come back again, and you have a new generation of people out there. So one of the things that I would like to do over time is to find those people, this newer generation, and don't let go of the generation that we already speak to, but figure out a way to share our collective knowledge with people who don't have a lot of experience, but they have a lot of enthusiasm and they might have a lot of talent. And I think that's going to be the next frontier for the Zweig letter, is to find those folks and be relevant for them.
So I guess what you're saying is reaching out to not only Generation X and Gen Y, but also this new millennial generation of architects and engineers that are just now coming and graduating and moving into the workplace, and could potentially utilize the wisdom and guidance and advice that they may find in a newsletter like the Zweig letter. Yes,
that's one of the goals that I have. It's not the only goal, but that's one of the long range issues. Mark always talks about growth, and if you stay where you're at, you die. And
right.
And so if you take that philosophy to its logical end, it means you have to find new people to speak to. And I think it's a great fit because people like Ed Friedrichs and Mark and you and Jamie Clare, Chad. People who have some dirt under their nails in terms of the actual industry and have experience. That's hard fought. It's hard won. And so I think we'll have a chance to do that. It'll just take a while, but that's the challenge. And if it's not challenging, then it's not really any fun.
Yeah, no, that absolutely makes sense. And when you mention people like Ed Friedrichs and Mark and Chad, and when you look just at those three guys collectively, you're talking about almost 90 years or 9 decades worth of service in this industry. They have a huge amount of information, and as you said, they've gotten the dirt under their fingernails and have done the work, and so they certainly have a lot to share. And I don't know about you, but I take something away from every article that Mark shares in the Zweig letter, and there's always some new piece of advice and information, and he figures out a way to remain relevant even in this day and age, and I think that's really important, both for our readers as well as the listeners of this Zweig letter podcast, to understand that this information is there at their disposal, some of which is even consumable free. But, why don't you tell us just a little bit about how people can get a copy of this Zweig letter if they're not necessarily familiar with it or haven't, had a copy dropped on their desk before. How would they go about getting that information?
Right. They would go about getting that information. They can visit our website at the Zweig Group and kind of navigate your way through, and you can get to where the Zweig letter is actually sold, and you can get a 1 or 2 year subscription, and you can get that as an actual physical newsletter that arrives in your mail for people who are more traditional. And then for people who like their news at their laptop computer when they get to work in the morning, we do have a PDF that's delivered electronically every Monday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay. All right. Well, that's great. Well, I mean, that I think that's a great start. And so, I was hoping that maybe what we might do is figure out a way to give something away for free. I know people always like something free, and especially this new generation of young people coming out of school. But is there a way that people can get a free a copy of the Zweig letter just to review for the first time ever?
Sure. If someone were to email me and say that, hey, I listened to your podcast the other day and I'd be interested in a copy of the Zweig letter, I can send them one and get the information, and we can put you in a mail-out list, and you can get an actual, what I call the Primo edition, which is the print edition. It's
right.
Excellent. The print edition is an excellent product. I'm very impressed with the print quality and just the physical quality of the letter. We can put you on a list and we can mail it out to you.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. So certainly our viewing audience will take that into consideration, and we'll make sure that we drop some information at the bottom of the video so that they know how to contact you.
Sure. And if someone did just want to get an electronic copy, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Well, good. Well, there you have it, folks. I mean, this is Richard Massey here with Zweig Group and the Zweig letter and all the great things that he's doing here within our organization. And we just wanted to take some time out of our busy Friday schedule just to kind of talk with our general public about what's going on here behind the scenes at Zweig Group here in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And again, Richard, I'm so appreciative of you taking the time today out of your schedule just to chat with us for a few minutes. And I know this won't be the last time that we have you here on Zweig Group Media to talk about what's going on behind the scenes, not just with the Zweig letter, but with the company in general. And so thank you so much for sharing. And as always, folks, I just want to remind everyone that you can find out anything you want to know about Zweig Group on our website at zweiggroup.com. That's ZWEIG group.com. We look forward to connecting with you. You can check us out on Facebook. You can check us out online on Twitter. And certainly you can, as I said, always visit the website for additional information. And if you need help or in any way, shape, or form, you're in the design industry and you need some information, we'll be more than happy to help you guys out and provide whatever information and advice and input that we can. So once again, thanks for my special guest, Richard Massey, taking time out of his schedule to discuss with us what's going on with the Zweig letter. And we look forward to hearing more about his exploits in the coming months. And also looking forward to reading those great articles in the Zweig letter, both from Mark and from Richard and so many others that we are recruiting to share their experiences here in the design industry. So thanks again, folks, for checking us out here. Check out the Zweig letter podcast. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. You can check us out in a lot of different places. We're here, consumable content for you to take on the go, whether you want to listen to us on the treadmill, watch us as you're commuting home from work, doesn't matter. Just put us in your pocket and take us with you. We thank you so much, and we hope you have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in to this Zweig Letter Podcast exclusive. We hope that you can apply Mark's no-holds-barred advice to your daily professional life. For a free transcript of this or any episode of our podcast, please visit info.zweiggroup.com/podcast. If you want more wisdom and inspiration, in addition to information about finance, HR, and marketing your firm, subscribe to the print or digital version of the Zweig Letter online at zweiggroup.com/publications.